Alright then, this is Ashton and welcome back to Big Red Water and Water Monsters Crisis on Turtle Island and Uncharted Water. I like the look of these new servants. So I don't really know much about Batron. I probably butchered that, but let's do people. 19 tickets. Okay, I'll go. Oh yeah, I missed so many tickets when it came to the Tesla Fest. I dropped the ball way big down there. Yeah, 2 C's in a row. Three C's in a row. Seven. And this is Rider. What class are they anyway? Saber. Third Archers, yep. Seven. Lanterns, yep. Seven. Riders are skip. Not so lucky for that. Oh, to be infected. 7. Archers are skip. Bum. Ooh. Craft distance. Lock it. It's Mini Empress. So skip. And another C. Unlucky. Well, he's also good. Atlas. Bleh. Seven. Enter for skip. Seven. After for skip. Do. Tofu. Well, tofu's okay. But Mapo tofu? I'm not too spicy. I think I've said this before though. See, so skip. Seven. Sure, so skip. Seven. Passing to skip. Seven. After to skip. Last ticket. Seven. Archers are good. And then use 1 quartz, because double roll. Seven. After the skip. Another bourbon. Riders are skip. And fill them all.
だ見ていく？
Ease
私
them
も
all.
張り合いがあるってものさ。
And why not? I'll do 10 roll, actual 10 roll. And that'll be it, cause oops. This new anniversary is going to be, what's her name? Arusaid. And I'm wanting that. No, the romancing. Ooh. These are on the event one? Math. Ooh! Hot Star. The Alpha Demon one? Third one. Berserker. Oh, I just know. I haven't got a single saber yet. Archer. How many are that? See? Boosting. Razor. Burger. Yoime. Temple. I think that this might be the last one. Oh yeah, that one. And maybe this is probably the last one. Well, another one of those, I guess. Yeah, unlucky. Yep. That's the only event one, and this is the only event one. Too bad. Why not? I'll do the once per day. Round number 130. And go for it. Blah. Not single gold. Too bad. Okay, well, give it a moment and then I guess we'll go to
まだ見ていく？
what's it called?
マナプリズムと交換？
Event. Moment. Okay, we'll carry to the event. I procrastinated long enough. Prologue. Ray shift mode. Oh, excuse me. Exotic. Good. The ray shift went smoothly. This one was a little risky, so I wanted to get confirmation from you first and foremost. Everything okay, man? All good here? The ray shift went perfectly just like always. Yeah. Your vitals look good too, Master. My equipment is under maintenance, so I can't join you, but I'll handle data processing from the command room to make up for that. Yep, you'll be a big help. And given the situation, the more eyes we have in the command room right now, the better. Because once again, this ray shift is an unusual case. I don't know exactly where you are. Honestly, we have the exact coordinates necessary to ray shift you there. It is, at least definitely on Earth. But in the same way, say, a video game might glitch and send you out of bounds, we are unable to pinpoint your location. My question is, though, which command room are they in, considering our previous one was destroyed? And unless we could take ray shifting along the storm border, onto the storm border, and wonder where we are. That said, we just can't ignore singularity, so we had to ray shift you through those unidentified coordinates. After tripling our safety measures, of course. So how's it look? Can you see anything that might help you figure out where you are? Beach, mountain, plants. Nope. All I can say is it looks like a tropical coast. My scanners aren't much help right now. We're only getting vague numbers that can be interpreted any number of ways. Is there anything physical that might help? Things like cloud formation, ambient temperature. Then, would any of those provide hints? Of course. Our next step is to hear what they have to say about that stuff. Such an opaque singularity is surprisingly forgiving when it comes to ray shift compatibility. But when choosing servants to deploy, we erred on the side of caution and chose those who seemed most compatible. So... FGO, cause of the underworld. Sorry, but I have no idea where this place could be either. I am the ruler of the underworld. I have no business in a vacation destination. If it could help, I can tell you this place has no connection whatsoever to the underworld. What you can tell, at least. Or at least our underworld. The underground here feels empty. Not in a hollow cave kind of way. Still, the fact I've been chosen must mean I have a part to play. Plus, it feels like it's been a long time since I had anything important to do. I don't think even story-wise there's really anything since Christmas you showed up in. If there's anything that you might help with, just say the word. Will do. Empress of China. I do not know this place either. All I can say is that it's clearly far from civilization. Though, I suppose one could say the same of anywhere that isn't my dazzling city of Luoyang. By the way, Queen of Khan, you had better keep your spirits away from me. I mean it. Not to say that I'll frighten them, that I don't want them standing behind me, waiting to surprise me. And mysterious heroine Lambda. I think that's her name, I can't remember. As a bona fide star, I can't say I'm excited about performing on such a drab stage. Can't say I love its tight heat either. I'm not a dumpling. I really don't need to be steamed. Are you sure I'm a good fit for this mission? Do you really think my powers would be necessary here of all places? I guess none of you have any idea what this place is either. That aside, it's quite an odd lineup, isn't it? As far as I can tell, none of you have anything in common, so I wonder why you were chosen for this mission. Of course, there are a variety of factors to come to determine given servants' ray shift compatibility. So the fact that none of you seem to have any direct connection isn't necessarily strange in itself. I don't know for sure, but perhaps it's simply that we are all terrifyingly beautiful, especially me. Hey, torturers, quit lazing about. Make yourself useful and build me an easy chair for leaf parasol or something. And hurry up before my beautiful skin starts to tan. You there. Your job can be to fan me for palm frond. Words. We are, all of us, gorgeous crowd pleasers. You are the star of the nation, I am the star of the sea. She is the star of the underworld. Maybe our stardom is whatever we have in common. We are each the rulers of our respective domains. What? Hey, get back here, Leviathans! Don't you go in the water without my permission. We still don't know if it's safe. Now stop. Stay. can't speak to the sea, but I've already started sending out spirits to keep an eye on our surroundings. It really has been forever since my last mission. I'm excited to be back in action, but I'll need to be careful not to get too carried away. As a representative of all Sumerian divine spirits, I need to demonstrate that I'm a strong, capable goddess. What is it you three have in common? Maybe one thing you all have in common is having a lot of followers? Huh? Hang on, I think I just found something. Alright, I knew we could count on you, Eri. Where? What is that? Yeah, thanks. I appreciate both your earnest praise and your casual choice of nicknames. Anyway, I need to not get carried away. I lost my Galu spirit information. So there's something over that way? Alien? What was that? Was that one of your... I want more. I want to see if I can figure out how to pronounce that. She was... Red penguins. I didn't know you had any that weren't black and white. Don't be ridiculous. That thing was nothing like my Leviathan. I suppose it was at least kind of cute, though. I only got a quick glimpse of it. Do you think it's some kind of indigenous creature? Let's go after it. Whoever it is, we might be able to learn more about the singularity from it. Seconded. A good empress always listens to the wise. The wise cancel. Alright, torturers. Does everyone have a good handle on my paladin? Then go! 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 A chair made out of bronze. I didn't even see them make it. Well, that was quick. There it is! Hold on. Isn't that... Something's chasing it! What should we do, Master? Let's save it! Clear, if my human archery's declarations go. Very well then, the true star gives every performance for all, as long as she has an audience. Even if she's swimming it with other acts. Who wants the crowd, Leviathan? This will be our opening performance! Is that assassin type? 80, 80, 90. Oh, craft FN. We're all... Oops. Your essence is... Okay, everyone's an event bonus. Well, Lancer, Assassin, because I know these 2, 3. Let's see, where is she? They. Erish. Her. Mash usually gives bonus. And actually, both. Caster. There we go. Server. Just give her this. Where's Erish? That's usually good for some sort of bonus. Alright, that should do. That way I get bonus for the, well, I don't know what the bonuses are currently, but I think I get a bonus.
まだまだ未熟者ですが、頑張ります。
Well, how about these?
白兵戦行きます。大掃除と行きましょうか。
Yeah, let's just go.
撫で切りがいいかしら。お別れね。最後に恋を教えてあげる。哀れと惨めの水の谷。私の棘でさよならね。目は覚めて。やってきた。夏が来る。
And probably could have won if I chose a different thing, but no.
白兵戦行きます。お見送り準備。白兵戦行きます。見ていく
That
ぞ。
here should kill it.
これでフィニッシュ。あら、あなたたちも一緒。ラストストローク。ブルーサマーパラビオン。
Okay, now it's dead.
はい、おしまい。キス&クライの用意はできていて。
Adjusted. I've never seen an enemy like that before. It looked like a merman? Whatever it was, it had absolutely no aesthetic sense. I'd sooner die than share a stage with one of those things. It's gonna be tough to analyze that creature remotely, but I'll give it my best shot. Now, where did that first thing we saw go? There it is! Looks like it's okay. Huh? There are more of them. Ah! Where'd they all come from? Calm yourself, gods of the underworld. Living things, later like that is perfectly natural. Trust me, the mark of a true leader is steadfast, unshakable calm. Even when the unexpected or unwelcome happen. Yay! Thanks a bunch! You're super strong! Did they just talk? Lost that I'm guessing these are supposed to be the innocents? Already have one. Maybe we'll lock it though. Would this technically be an archipelago? Ooh, village. Oh no, ooh, yay. Accept. Good. Mission needed.
3月。春小さな
Open
ことか
5 days
ら
though.
コツコツと。
And just cause I got you tickets, some stuff. Try again! Unluckily, but who knows. Ugh, God's tongue. Serve on. Enter self. Curse you, old man. But like, when this was recorded in like 24 hours, More tickets from monthly reset. And I lost my train of thought. Because there's something I want to do, but what was it? Enhancement? Summoning? No. Oh, yeah, it was exchange, because I have like a lot of,
神聖ダヴィンチちゃんの素敵な工房によ
Hey,
うこ
Court
そ。
Fragment.
神は細部に宿る。たとえ認識されなくてもね、君に幸
I
運
hadn't
が
noticed
あ
I've
り
been
ます
hoarding
ように。
a bit. Well, probably people have been hoarding a lot more than I have, but... The sisters and the incense. New servants. Can't skip it. I am unable to skip. Little word. I? Oh, is this a greeting? Pretty sure. Boss said greetings are super important. Hello. Yeah, what is with these things? I wish I don't see anything malicious from them. They seem to enjoy staring into my leviathan's faces. And the fact that my babies aren't running away from them would seem to suggest they're not dangerous. It's even cute how they've been tilting their head in the same direction, holding their flippers at the same time as these things. I can tell you they're not spirits, but they don't seem to be normal creatures either. It's definitely not every day you run into a whole new type of sentient species that's capable of speech. They could be magecraft-based life forms, that kind of familiar, some new form of phantasmal or elemental. There's no shortage of possibilities, but I can't say anything for sure from here. Now with the Singularity's coordinates remaining decipherable, and our observational capabilities being limited. Right, but on the positive side, that's also making it easier to focus on your existence verification, Master. So please don't worry about that. So, basically, you want us to investigate what's going on here ourselves. Huh. Alright, I'll just ask then. What are you? Don't know what to say to that. We're just us. Oh, that's deep. We're just here, being our squishy selves. So, like, baby's first existential philosophy. They may be capable of speech, but it's hard to tell what they're talking about. Hey, Torture, when did I give you permission to hug one? What? It just climbed into your arms on its own? So what? Now they're playing tag with my spirit? What in the world is this? That smells like Boss Bar! Yeah, time to play! Master, I'm getting something in the direction those creatures just ran off. It's a servant signal! Huh. I don't think there are any water marks nearby, sister. Oh my, then that must mean all of you. Ink? Boss, clarify. Reporting, these people saved us. Whammo, blammo, saved! Wait, slow down. Could you ever talk to them first? May I ask who you two are? Oh, ahem. Forgive me, I am... One moment. Hmm. Okay, I'm just gonna guess. Trong Trak? And this is... Stop that. Me? Yeah. Me? I'm guessing, because that's all I can get. Stop that, me. Haven't I told you how important first impressions are? Quit glaring at them and introduce yourself. I'm Trong Ning, Drak's younger sister. I guess that's good enough. You could stand to be a little friendlier, though. There you have it. Together we're known as the Hai Ba Trong, or the Trong Sisters. I don't remember how we got here, so we think we're servants summoned here by the land itself. I'm Matt, of Caldia. Nice to meet you, Matt. Look but all but streams. Don't even think about shaking her hand. Now, may I ask what Caldia is? I'm glad we ran into you two. We just got here ourselves, and we could use someone who can tell us what's going on. Why don't we just exchange information? If you would like, we can even go first. One explanation later. I see. So this is a minute singularity. It may endanger the whole world if not dealt with. We definitely have to do something about it then. Now, what about you two? We have a lot of questions we're hoping you can answer. I'm sorry. I'm afraid we don't know much about this place either. Shortly after we were summoned here, we saw monsters attacking these darling creatures. We couldn't leave them to fend for themselves, so we stepped in to save them. They seem to have taken a shine to us ever since. We only saved one at first, but for some reason, all of them got attached to us. It must be Sister's natural virtue. She's always been a charismatic leader, so it's really no wonder. You obviously agree. Yes? Yep. I don't know about charismatic. At any rate, we just hurried over here after we heard more of these darlings were in trouble. But you seem to have saved them before we even got here. Thank you so much for that. I suppose I should thank you as well. Thanks. Thanks again. Your service, just like Boss Boss. Does that mean you're Boss Boss now? Alright, so what exactly are these creatures anyway? They're called Khan. I'm sorry, that's all we know about them. I think they probably always lived on this land. So we named them Khan. By the way, it means child in our homeland language. I figured we need to call them something so... I agree. Naming something you've never seen before is arguably the first and most crucial step towards understanding it. By the way, are these all the Khan? No, there are more elsewhere. We don't know how many there are in total, though. Besides, the numbers keep going up and down. Not to mention there could still be more on other parts of this island. That's a good point. I'd like to tell more of what we know, but this is a good place to just stand around and talk. Would you mind if we continue this conversation somewhere else? We're building a little base of sorts so the Khan will always have a safe place to gather. That sounds perfect. We're planning to set up a base camp of our own anyway. And please follow us. Don't worry, it's not far from here. I see. The Khan already trusts them to follow without asking. I'm not sure if that's because the Khan are inherently trusting us, or because these two are strong leaders. Don't. Oh yes, I understand. You find me fascinating, don't you? I'm impressed, you can tell at a glance I am indeed history's most perfect empress. Ah, we're just looking. Oh, it's quite alright. I can hardly blame you for being dazzled by my holy glory. Shining, seeing as it shines brighter than the sun. Very well then, I allow you two to walk with me and my torturers to our destination. Come along. Wow. Yeah. These calm creatures seem to be very friendly. They're cozying up to you and the other servants too. Hey, I know we haven't interacted much before, but I find you just the slightest bit intriguing. There's something about you that both doesn't remind me of the other Sakura 5. Something both familiar and alien. Something that makes me want to compete with you. Oh, if you say so. Now, take these calm creatures. If they're going to cozy up to someone, I'm sure they'd rather cozy up to the best someone around. So why don't we take this opportunity to demonstrate exactly who that is? And that we can do by seeing which is the better leader for these creatures. So I propose. Agreed. I propose a contest of elegance, a contest of orderliness. I guess we're not quite on the same page. Why don't we just both agree to do our best and leave it at that? Yeah, fair enough. Are they from Lava? Good question. I think it's complicated. Because one is... people they're possessing is... well, one's possessing... yeah. Words. Ereshkigal is possessing a Rin, who is the sister to Sakura. Spoiler for Fate 9. Okay. Who is the one the Sakura 5 are based off of? I think that's it. Never played extra CCC or whatever they appear in. It's complicated. Hmm? Okay, that was random. Alright, on to the next part. Which has no battles. Relatively simple. Waddle, waddle, waddle. By the way, Hai Batrong are a heroic spirit that were inscribed in human history. But I'm guessing you may not know much about them as others? No, I don't. I'm not sure I've even heard of them before. I'm sorry. That's totally fine. I appreciate your honesty. Doing it in front of them might be rude. I thought now would be a good time to quickly go over their database entry. Hai Bai Trong was born in the 1st century AD in what we now know as northern Vietnam. At the time, there was a Chinese commandery called Gao Shi that was part of the later Han dynasty. Apparently, the later Han authorities were doing an atrocious job of running things there. The unrest reached a breaking point when the authorities unjustly executed Trung Trac's husband, one of the community's most influential figures. That prompted Trung Trac and her sister, Trung Ni, to instigate a rebellion. Gao Qi. That would be in what I know as Zhou province, way down the south. So there's a rebellion, you say? Do you think I've heard about that one before? I won't know the details, since it happened 600 years before my reign. So what happened to them? I suspect I know the answer, but tell me anyway. rebel army Kronkrack led as their king had incredible success at first. They stormed over 65 of the Han citadels. But in the end, an army was sent in from central China to suppress the rebellion, and there was as much they could do. Just as expected, an emperor cannot ignore rebellion in its borders, no matter how remote the area. I, too, would have mustered all available forces to suppress a revolt against my dynasty. Excuse me. I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. Were you talking about us? Oh yeah, we were. We thought you would study your biographies before talking to you two. I'm sorry if it came off as a rude. Oh no, not at all. We don't mind the slightest. Besides, it's kind of embarrassing to talk about ourselves. More importantly, I was going to ask this after we arrived at base and had a chance to collect ourselves, but now that I've overheard your discussion, let me just do it now. By any chance, are you... You've noticed, have you? Indeed, I am an Empress of China. In fact, I am none other than the Empress who united all of China 600 years after your death. I see. You're taking this surprisingly well. I don't know much about earthly affairs, but we're talking about an empire and the ones who fought against it, right? You're rebels, so don't you hate her? I'm not sure I'd say hate. It was more that we didn't have a choice. We had to stand up for ourselves just to live ordinary lives, which at some point turned into a fight. That's all. So I don't have much to say to an empress that lived 600 years after us besides... Oh, I see. I should have known you'd have a spine of steel. Indeed, you're exactly right. Truth is, we have no connection whatsoever. All I have to say to you is that your story is a tale of fools. You were fools to start a hopeless war. The Fories were fools to push you and yours to that point. I swear, what idiot ran this south back then? If I'd been around, I would have had him executed for that failure. I trust it goes without saying, I never met the Emperor of China in my time, but I'm fairly sure you and he were very different. So that's all it comes down to. You and I may never be great friends, but I don't especially hate you either. I agree with everything Sister said. However, if you do anything at all to harm our Empress, that will change very quickly. Oh, impressive. It seems you're much more comfortable fighting than your sister. Will you please stop provoking each other? We've literally just met. We're supposed to be working together here, remember? I wouldn't say we're provoking each other, we're just being clear about where we stand. There are things both of us are unwilling to compromise about, I'm sure. But you can rest assured that I do genuinely hope we're all able to cooperate and get along. So please, don't worry. Oh, there, we're almost at our base. What was it people say in these situations again? Oh, I'll abort the hype train. Or is that not right? Don't worry, sister. It was super cute and it got us all fired up. Anyone who says otherwise... Choo-choo! Plus H5? Is that some sort of reference I don't get? Choo-choo! Alright then everyone, please watch your step on the home stretch. Hype maybe? Aquatic Village. Next bar. Bottom. Here we are. Whoa, a floating village. We built it ourselves. Oh, and by we, I mean me, sister, and the calm.
We built it! Are you proud of us?
Oh yes, very proud. The Khan are much better with their hands than you'd think. Do they even have hands? They're also great students and naturally curious. So once we taught them how to build, they started making all sorts of things. Oh, right. There's someone I'd like to introduce you to. See. Oh, there he is. Eldar.
Hmm? Oh my! Today's finally time to play tricks on me. Look at them, more of you sisters now. They're not the only ones who grow their numbers, I see some on purple, some with 40 legs. Well, isn't that lovely? They may not look like you sisters, but they're just as adorable as to sight to these sore eyes.
There aren't more of us, Elder. These are our guests.
Oh, more guests like you two. I'll be a steam monkey's uncle.
And now we have a talking sea turtle, huh? Well, I did hear my talking tours before, too, so... Is it really that surprising? I mean, we both know a sheep that we almost can't get to stop talking. Which one?
Blonde hair, huh? That's a little too fancy for these old bones. I tend to prefer more prim and proper girls, especially ones with long and dark hair.
Huh? Are you nuts? I'm way more prim and proper than that horrible cheapskate Ishtar.
Yep.
Understand, still not working right. Hi, bots from... Can I ask you who this nice, turtle is? Well... He's apparently the island itself? And... Discworld.
Yes, I suppose I ought to shell out an explanation for a new guest. I don't want you to think I run a turtletarian regime here.
These puns.
Oh, I'm just joking. I love conversing with youngsters like yourselves.
This turtle is awful laid back. It reminds me of Doomazid too, but for some reason it's even more irritating here. Come on, Elder, this is serious.
Sorry. Well, I've been alive for a long time, I think. I forgot where this sea is, or even what the purpose for being here might be. But there is one thing I still remember. This land was formed when dirt accumulated on my back, sprouted seeds, and became islands. Which means you're all standing on top of me right now.
We're what? That's a bit of an overreaction for us, I'd say. We've been through a lot of, stuff. Why don't we have a proper sit down, so we're not just standing around in the entrance? This is our room. Well, more like the place we're using for our headquarters, really. I'm just sorry we don't have any refreshments to offer you. Don't be. What could be more refreshing than getting to be in the same room and breathe the same air as you, my dearest sister? Sister complex much? She really loves her sister. Go on, savor it. All of you. Hey, I'm just glad Meh has a place where he can get out of the sun.
Yeah, we're probably not trustworthy.
Alright, now that we've all collected ourselves, let me make sure I've got everything you've told us straight. You were saying this isn't an archipelago,
Hey, I was right.
but islands resting on the back of an enormous turtle. And they formed by dirt accumulating on your shell?
Hey, yep. It was only later that I realized the top part of my shell above the sea surface had become a group of islands. And since there were trees growing from the dirt, I couldn't bring myself to dive and ruin it all. So I just kept swimming like that, and at some point, I couldn't imagine it being any other way. Maybe it's because it happened so long ago, but I just don't remember much about it. Or maybe I was just never that much for detail. Could be both.
Let's see. Our scanner's still not very accurate there, but if I tweak it like this... Well, I'm just guessing here. Looks like the turtle is telling the truth. These islands don't reach the seabed. They really do seem to be floating. Now I'll be. I noticed stories of the spirit turtle said to carry Mount Penglai on its back, but I never thought I'd see one. There are actually stories like that all over the world. In Europe, there's one about a giant sea turtle named Aspidochelon, who was so big that they were mistaken for an island. I hope I pronounced that right. In Arabia, there's a legend about a titanic sea turtle, or crustacean in some versions, named Zaratan. Maybe they're all actually giant phantasmals? I don't know, but I'd love to find out. Still, for the moment, we should probably make sure that...
Oh, don't you worry. I'm not about to move anytime soon. I've been waiting all this time. I'm not about to dive down to sea all of a sudden. I've been around for so long, at this point, that my real body is basically sleeping all the time. Or maybe I'm actually dead, and I just haven't realized it yet.
Well, that got dark fast.
But in exchange, I've got my miniature self here, separate from my real body. Can't say I remember when that happened, though.
So, does that mean you're a divine spirit, or the brain of this one?
Good question. Even I'm not sure who or what I am. It all happened so very long ago. I'm really just killing time at this point.
Besides, I like sunbathing.
It feels so nice on my shell.
I like sunbathing too. We're always sunbathing. Just thinking about it makes me sleepy. So, what is your relationship to these creatures?
I don't have one. I was just minding my own business when they practically started growing on me. They're perfectly harmless, so I didn't mind letting them stay. Oh, I do remember this.
And suddenly noise.
A few days ago, some terrifying monsters started coming here from the sea and out of the fog.
You mean those hideous merfolk?
No, it's not just them. Some are hooves, some look human. They're all sports, really. The only thing they had in common is they were all water-dwelling monsters. As more of them showed up, these water monsters began devouring the con and stealing the land. But thankfully, these sisters appeared just when they were about to lose everything. They prevented the water monsters from taking all that we had. I suppose you could say this place here is all we have left, though.
I'm just glad we weren't too late, even if it is the last bastion. Unfortunately, we couldn't go to on the offensive with just the two of us alone. But fortunately, we were able to buy time until more allies arrived. Okay, I get the gist of what's going on here now. So you two were summoned to this land because... Yes, we think it's our duty to save these darling Khan. Besides, we can't think of any other reason. Good enough reason as any. Good point. This wouldn't be singular if there wasn't some kind of anomaly at play. And usually, when we resolve the anomaly, the singularity gets repaired shortly afterwards. That said, what exactly do you think we'll need to do to save the Khan? Good question. You see, something unique about the way the water monsters hunt. If possible, it's better not to just defeat them, but to... Oh no, I just remembered. How did you all defeat that mer person you encountered earlier? Same way we would any monster? We just hit it until it stopped moving like usual. I see. Well, that's how you do it normally. But in that case... is there a problem? Sort of. If the water monster eats a con, then... Boss! Help! The bullies are back! One of us got it up! That's the direction we come from. Did we miss an enemy? I think we'd better if we showed you what we mean. Let's go! Hold on. Con, was it? You're no more than bait for those monsters, yes? Then why would you come along? Stay here and wait for us to get back. It's okay. Yes, they are what the water monsters want. They have a special role. We'll have a few come along with us. It'll be fine as long as we keep them safe. Huh? If more are being attacked, then we can talk later. Come on, Meh. Yeah, let's hurry. Love this music. Oh, it's not Poe anymore. I just noticed. Bum bum. Bum bum. Bum bum. Bum. Ooh. You can actually see them. We'll use them. Okay, increase attack and more effective. Arts effective with Buster. Buster when used arts when Buster. Slightly confusing. Increase NP gauge, NP gain, and critical burst. Wow, you two really are perfectly sister sync. I agree. Your combinations are just as effective as Anne or the Discovery. Yo's Curry. I'm not sure what else are about though. Well, the only thing I can say, they are certainly cute. That should do it. Excuse me, everyone. This is important. Whatever you do, please don't finish it all. Axel, let's. Huh? You want us to let them get away? No, you can move them as much as you like. The idea is to wail on them until even a baby could finish them off. Then... now. Got it. Let's count down.
Ugh.
You're having the con deal the final blow? It's okay to kill ordinary water monsters, like the ones who just come from outside the falls. But some of them have gotten stronger by eating Khan. They won't disappear if you kill them in the usual ways. It's like cutting weeds instead of pulling them up by the roots. They'll eventually come back to life, but we only discovered it by a lucky coincidence. We don't know why this happened, but just like when the Khan get eaten, if they're the ones to deal the final blow... Did that mer person just turn to more Khan? What is their biology? That's right, if the Khan finish these water monsters off, then the Khans they ate come back. And the water monster stays dead. Which means, if you keep defeating the water monsters like this, you have to save the Khan who were eaten. At least, we hope so. Well, that's convenient. I tasted it with Lucky Break. Now I see, so if Khan's numbers decreasing is the main problem here, then we can't just fire an anti-non-renewable phantasm at the whole archipelago to whip out the water monsters and be done with it. Sounds like blasting the island to bits, wiping out anything that moves, won't lead to the ending we want.
Indeed, that'd be quite the sad conclusion. I don't remember when these things were different anymore. But I still feel it'd be a shame losing this sense of the forest, with calm liveliness.
Yeah, there's a way to restore the island to the people of place it used to be. Then I think that needs to be what we consider a win here. Definitely. So, if we play our cards right, we take back the places those monsters now control, and restore the Khan population while we're at it, huh? That's right, and while I'm not sure how, you can tell if a monster is even Khan or not just by looking. However, the Khan are extremely weak fighters. There's no way they can defeat the monsters on their own. So someone has to help them out by weakening the monsters quite a lot first. It's only been us up until now, so we can cover enough ground to make a real difference. But now that all of you are here, we may be able to finally go on the offensive. And if we're lucky, we may just be able to take these islands back in the true sense of the word. Of course we'll help, because it sounds like a plan.
Oh, I've always liked a bit of noise. The noise young girls make in particular feels like it adds years to my life.
Is he a pervert?
I can't tell. But the noise of helpless creatures being eaten is a different matter. I'm going to change. If I'm going to have creatures living on my back, I'd rather be peaceful. Words. If you could restore those peaceful times, so much the better. I wish I could help you. I'm just a very old turtle. All I can do these days is sunbathe. Any of you lovely ladies would care to warm your cheeks on my toasty sun-bathed shell, then I might be able to be of assistance, but that's all I can think of.
You still seem pretty young in some ways to me. Hey, don't worry about it. This kind of thing is what we do. It's a little unusual that we'll have to help the Khan deal the final blows instead of finishing off everything ourselves. But I'm sure we'll be able to find. There's nothing to worry about. I have a great deal of experience leading the subject. I have no doubt that these Khan creatures will soon be bound before my glory and doing everything I say. That seems like a lot to expect from creatures planning for torturers like their jungle gyms. Well, unless spirits occur, you can communicate with these creatures, so I have no problem with this plan. You're talking to a star who's gotten a Leviathan to death a perfect waltz without a flipper out of place. This will be easy. I agree. These servants should have no trouble leading the Khan where they need to go. And even though the singularity's coordinates are still undesirable, we can actually race it across a fairly wide swath of it. So don't worry, This can even send in other servants to back you up if necessary.
For once.
Thank you so much. Coming back to on top of all of your help would be an incredible relief.
Wow! Sunbathing. This is great. I feel safer already. One of them silent. Man, there really are a lot of them, aren't there?
Yes, there are. Yes, there are. Especially now that some have come back after the last battle. And I expect there'll be even more of them once we start going on the offensive. I'm sorry to say something like this after all you already so kindly agreed to fight with us. But could I ask you for one more favor? That depends on what it is. Start with me, only grant fan requests if you feel like it.
Well, what is it?
Well, if possible, I'd like to expand the village before we get started getting more colonists. The Khan live happily just about anywhere, but I still think they'd be better off having roofs over their heads. If the Khan are all in one place instead of scattered across the islands, that means a bigger village would also make it easier for us to defend raids. Exactly. So could I ask you to gather more materials to help us expand it? You can leave the construction to us and the Khan. We did build this place together. Once we made some simple tools and showed them how to use them, they were able to make pretty much anything we asked them to. I'm sure it all feels like a game to them, but either way, they really are good with their hands.
We got it easy, baby. Building's more fun than breaking. It's gonna be awesome. Promise.
When you say materials, I assume you mean lumber and stone and such? Elders, Shell does seem to have plenty of natural resources, but the problem is, well,
Oh, don't worry about me. It's not as though I grew the trees on purpose. Take as many as you like. Just don't be rough, okay? I'd appreciate if you cut the trees down gently and gather them kindly after you were petting my shell through the dirt.
a single expansion might not be enough, and it could be well more work along those lines down the road. So maybe I should also send in some servants who are good at building and gathering construction materials. I'll take a look at the roster later and pick a few folks. Gathering materials and building facilities on the deserted island. That certainly brings back memories. For summer. This mission should be no problem at all for you, Master. Alright then, why don't we get started by gathering materials for the first village expansion? Wait, really should have water, I guess. Boing. Bum bum. Bum bum. Bum bum. Bum bum. Nice music.
いらっしゃいま
Usual.
グリーン。
せ。こういうの新鮮ですね。ちょっと待って。姉さんのスマイルがただ安売りしすぎじゃない。
Lambda CE. Bum bum. Bum bum. Bum bum. Usual crafting notes.
Running there.
必要な。
Okay, well, next will be the battle. So yeah, apologies, I'm not going to put much of those, but enjoy. Doodle.
まだまだ未熟者ですが頑張ります。要するに戦いですか。運命をかけた戦いであればダブルで行くわ。になで切りがいいかしら。これでフィニッシュ。あら、あなたたちも一緒。ラストストローク、ブルーサマーパラビオン。今のうちに準備が早書きですよ、カルウェナ。二度と地上には返さない。お別れね。最後に恋を教えてあげる。哀れと惨めな水の鳥、私の棘でさよならね。そこです。とびきりエッジを効かせてあげる。ダブルで行くわ。二度と地上に見ていなさい。これでフィニッシュ。あら、あなたたちも一緒。ラストストローク、ブルーサマーパラビオン。それ乗ってきた。メルトストライク。いいステージだったわ。オールドレインだけは許してあげる。さあ皆さん、この夏を思い切り楽しみましょう。要請手伝い。私のイルカは勇敢ですよ。頑張ってね。内緒ですよ。下がっているような。内緒ですよ。負けないぞ。我が祈りをここに。落葉に郷愁を、大芸に典型を、無垢なる天使を、海に来たれ、レオセアン・ダイグレス。熱を帯びなさい。マルミアドは準備。白兵戦行きます。運命をかけた戦いであれば私のイルカは勇敢ですよ。とっておきの一息入れましょう。聖なる様、光の海、清らかな歌よ、喜びを。見つかいは天に帰る。レオセアン・ダイグレス。 とハイド展開
誇りにかけて
聖なる様光の海清らかな歌よ喜びを見つかいは天に帰るレオセアンダイギレスこのドレスは平和の結晶そして平和とは時に厳しいものなのです。
Okay, first expansion. Oh, that's you.
広くなったのだ
Okay, don't need to talk there. Oh, it's in here then. Huh, you don't say. This is why you summoned me to this place? You wish for me to gather materials and supervise construction? But I am entirely certain this is not some sort of joke, is it? It is true that my noble phantasm, obtained Guardians of Babylon, is brought materials from my homeland. Therefore, I do possess some expertise in construction, civil engineering, and the collection of materials. But to think this is what you would have the Empress of Asira do, as opposed to ruling a kingdom or poisoning her foes. I will ask once more, Master, as I am not fully convinced this is not merely a misguided attempt at a prank. Have you lost your mind? Are you in fact serious about this? Depending on your answer, I may have to break out my tetrodotoxin. No, it's a lot to ask. We need your help. But please, we need your help. Good grief. Nardak. And up. Well, that's one way to do show differences. Not bad if I do say so myself. These additions are both flexible and durable, while still meshing with the well peak's existing design. I have never built dump cells on water before. But now I'm intrigued by the thought of adding a similar water area to my hanging gardens. Wow, they're beautiful. New house? This is amazing! I'm super duper satisfied. Satisfied. Of course you are. Still, while my aesthetic and engineering prowess are of course largely responsible for success, I will say that your labor played a role as well. To recognize your contributions, I award you 100 QP. That's it. For such large-scale projects as this, it is essential to be frugal with one's resources. All that aside, I still cannot quite believe these creatures really are as dexterous as we were told. I don't get it. Their little hand is even less dexterous than a penguin's flippers. You can thank me and my excellent managerial skill. I knew it would not be an issue. I'm already accustomed to directing my dove familiars. Maybe that's true for the con. But more than once I've heard you yelling at your familiar, something about not petting their supervisor's head without permission. Yes, I suppose that's happened on occasion. I must remain ever vigilant. I thought I had trained them better. There's something about my head that was their appetites. Happens to us too. If it's just a little nibble. Please don't let your devs eat the con after we just saved them from some water monsters. Anyway, it's great that the con now have more safe places to live. So, We're thankful, to a certain degree. You're welcome. Be polite. Alright then. Now that all that's taken care of, let's begin our first offensive. That's a good idea. But unfortunately, we still don't know almost nothing about this island's geography, or where the water monsters are most prevalent. So I think you two are the best choice to come up with our plan of action. Okay. I'm not very confident about this, but that's how it always is. I'm not sure I can come up with a perfect strategy, but if it has to be done, I'll just do the best I can. Of course we'll help you as much as we can too. Just tell us what you need, and we'll try to make it happen. Especially now that we're ready to race shift with more help if we have to. Right, we'll send more people based on the strategy you come up with. Don't worry, everyone here is worth 1,000 soldiers. So let's all do our best to save the con together.
With the power of friendship.
Alright then. That'll probably be it for this, and
We'll do next time. Part 2.
does that say prime priest?
Uh,
Doodle.